Hi everyone, my name is Lindsey Jackson. I'm enrolled in the Full Stack Bootcamp. My submission for the honors is a fully responsive web app. The app aims to help anyone keep track of the books they lend out. Uh, for the front end, I'm using React.js, Redux with Redux Toolkit, Bootstrap, and Firebase. And for the back end, I'm using Express, MongoDB, Mongoose, Passport, and Firebase. When the app loads, users will be directed to the landing page if they are not signed in. All of the backend routes are protected using JSON Web Token verification with Firebase, and if you try to load another front-end route without signing in, you'll be directed to this landing page. The landing page provides the login, sign up, and password change UI. This page also provides a short explanation of what the app does. Users will be directed to the dashboard page when they first log in. This page displays the user's currently selected book that they are reading, the books that they have checked out, and from their friends, and also the books that other friends are borrowing and have checked out. You can set the current read. Each book component has a menu overlay that I created, which you can provide custom menu options. This horizontal slider is from the React Slick library. You can set the number of slides and the amount to move, and it is fully responsive. When you first sign up, you'll need to add books to your library. You do this through the search bar. The book results, I'm using the Google Books API with Axios to get my results. Once I add a book, you'll see a golden check mark appear. That's to indicate that it is in my library. This book results page has pagination up to 120 results. The Google Books API has a limit of 40 results, so I decided to call 36 results at a time so that I could render 3 pages of 12 results into memory. And if I go beyond what was already loaded in memory, I'll do another call to the API, and that's why you see that loading screen pop up. And once you see that check mark, that indicates that it has been added to my library. So you can see these 2 books have been added. So now to borrow a book, to make a request for a book, you will need to find your friends first. The search bar has, it's a double search bar. There's a drop down, so you can filter whether you want books or users, but the default is to search for both. But right now I'll search for users, and you can see Aaron as a result. I will add, and you can see there is a status overlay for the results. There's another one. So that's that. Okay, so to make a request for a book, you need to go into your Friends tab. And this Friends tab is responsive. It kind of switches between a menu overlay to just being kind of a side menu, depending on responsiveness. And to make a request, you click on the user and you go into their library, you click on the menu overlay, and there is a request button. So you can make a request, and then you can see once the request is made, I have this indication that I've made a request. Once you make a request, each user will be getting a notification. You can see I have a notification for sending this. The request goes through a double confirmation process. First you request a book, then you confirm that you dropped it off. And then once the user confirms they have picked up the book. The book will be considered checked out. Notifications will be dispatched to each user along with buttons to progress the confirmation status. When appropriate, each book will be assigned a 1-month due date once it is checked out. When the due date is reached, a flag will be set, initiating the return process. So that's kind of the idea, is to track these books. So that is my app. One of the most challenging aspects of the app was designing the relationships between each document model. Created several drafts of the entity relationship, like diagrams, to come up with something that seemed to represent it in kind of the best way. Another big challenge for me was keeping the project organized as it grew. At one point, I completely changed the organizational structure of my app so that there was more of a focus on features rather than sorting everything into categories like pages, components, and reducers. Now, only globally used components are on the top level component folder, and more feature-related components along with their related reducers and API calls are in their appropriate categories. My hopes with this app is to eventually add WebSockets in order to add more seamless notification updates and add messaging between friends. And I would also like to see it evolve into to incorporate more social sharing functionality, such as book ratings and reviews. So that's my app. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy.